Hi Loopers, Melissa here with Lovable Loops. In this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to make a scarecrow hat. I'm going to be demonstrating this in the child size. For this tutorial you're going to need an I 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and you're going to want 2 shades of brown yarn, one pretty light that looks like the color of straw, and then one that's a little bit darker, and then an accent color that is going to be the patch for the hat. Okay, again, we're going to be making the child size. Down below, I will link to the pattern on my website where all of the sizes for newborn through adult will be available. Okay, to begin, you're going to make a magic ring and 6 double crochet. Okay, so 2, 4, 6. Okay, so I have my magic ring, my 6 double crochet. Now I'm going to join to the top of that first double crochet with a slip stitch. You can tighten up the ring. Okay. All right, now for round 2, you're going to chain 2. Now we are working from the top down, and the chain 2 at the beginning of each round, that will never count as your first double crochet. So chain 2, and then you're going to make 2 double crochet in that same stitch that you joined to. 1 and 2, and you will make 2 double crochet in every other stitch all the way around. So at the end of round 2, you will have 12 stitches. Okay, I recommend counting your stitches at the end of each round. Okay, so I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, you're going to go ahead and join with a slip stitch to the top of that first double crochet. Okay, and now for round 3, you're going to chain 2, and you're just going to place 1 double crochet in each stitch. Okay, join with a slip stitch to the top of your first double crochet. Okay, chain 2, and for round 4, you're going to make 2 double crochet in that first stitch, and then you're going to double crochet in 1, and you'll repeat that pattern all the way around. So 2 double crochet in that first stitch. In my next stitch I place 1 double crochet, and then in the next stitch I'll place 2 double crochet, and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So 2, then 1, 2, then 1. So go ahead and repeat that pattern all the way around. Okay, you're going to join with a slip stitch to that first double crochet. At the end of round 4, you'll have 18 stitches. For round 5, chain 2 and double crochet once in each stitch. Okay, at the end of round 5, you'll still have 18 stitches because we just double crocheted once into each stitch, no increases. Join with a slip stitch to that first double crochet, chain 2, and for round 6, we're going to make 2 double crochet in your first stitch, and then you're going to double crochet in 2 stitches. So the pattern is now 2, 1, 1. So 2 double crochet in that first stitch, 1 double crochet in the second stitch, 1 double crochet in the third stitch. So you'll repeat that pattern all the way around. 2, 1, 1. Okay, so now you have 24 stitches. Go ahead and join. Chain 2. For round 7, you're going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch. Okay. All right, go ahead and join. For round 8, you're going to chain 2. You'll make 2 double crochet in your first stitch, and then you're going to double crochet in 3 stitches. So the pattern now is 2 and then 1, 1, 1. So 2 double crochet in your first stitch, and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet actually in the next 3 stitches. And join with the slip stitch to that first double crochet. Chain 2. For round 10, you're going to make 2 double crochet in that first stitch, and then you'll double crochet in 4. So the pattern is 2 double crochet, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So 2 and then 1 in the first, 1, 1. I said 1 in the first, I didn't mean that. 2 double crochet in the first stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat the pattern all the way around. 2 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you have 36 stitches. Go ahead and join. There we go. Chain 2. And then for round 11, just double crochet once in each stitch. Okay, go ahead and join. Okay, now for round 12, you're going to make 2 double crochet in your first stitch, and then you're going to double crochet in 5. Go ahead and chain 2 to begin. Okay, go ahead and join. Okay, and now for round 13, you're just going to chain 2 and double crochet once in each stitch. I don't know if I mentioned, but we just completed round 12. At the end of round 12, you'll have 42 stitches, okay? So now for round 13, we just double crochet in each stitch. Okay, at the end of round 14, you'll have 48 stitches. Go ahead and join, chain 2, and for round 15, you're just double crocheting once in each stitch. All right, now for round 16, you're going to chain 2. You're going to double crochet 2 in the first stitch, and then in the following 7 stitches, you're just going to place 1 double crochet, and then repeat that for the remainder of the round. All right. At the end of round 16, you'll have 54 stitches. Go ahead and join to that first double crochet. For round 17, you're just going to chain 2 and double crochet once into each stitch. All right. Okay, so now we just completed round 17. So now for round 18, you're going to chain 2 and you're going to make 2 double crochet in your first stitch, and then you are going to double crochet in 8 stitches. And at the end of round 18, you'll have 60 stitches. Okay, we're done with round 18. You should have 60 stitches. Go ahead and join. Now for round 19, you're going to chain 2 and just double crochet once in each stitch all the way around. Alright, so you just completed round 19. Now for round 20. This is going to be the last round where we make increases for our child size hat. After round 20, the crown from here to here will be large enough to fit the top of a child size head. So after that, we'll just be continuing to crochet down to create the rest of the hat. So for round 20, we currently have 60 stitches, and for my child size hat, I've measured it out to need 64 for the crown. So in previous rounds, each round we have been increasing by 6 stitches. So now what we want to do is we want to increase by just by 4 stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 2. I'll make 2 double crochet in that first stitch, and then I will double crochet in 14. And then again, I'll make 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and I will double crochet 14. And you'll end up doing that for the remainder of the round, which will end up being 4 times, which will leave us with 64 stitches at the end of round 20. Okay, so go ahead and chain 2. 2 double crochet in that first stitch, and then in the next 14 stitches, just 1 double crochet. So I did 14, now 2 again. 1, 2 in the same stitch, and then in the next 14 stitches, just place 1 double crochet. All right. Okay, go ahead and join. Okay, so now we have 64 stitches. So we have increased, we made the top part of our hat, and we have increased until we have reached enough stitches for the crown of a child size hat. So now what we need to do is just crochet the rest of the hat going down. So what you're going to do for rounds 21 through 27, you're just going to double crochet once in each stitch all the way around. So for each round, you'll chain 2, double crochet all the way around, join, and then for the next round, you'll chain 2, double crochet again. So for rounds 21 through 27, you're just going to double crochet, and at the end of round 27, you'll still have 64 stitches because you won't be doing any more increases. So to save some time, that way I don't have to break this into too many videos and I can upload it in the highest quality, I'm going to actually do rounds 21 through 27 off camera. So what you can do right now is just pause this video, and when you're done with round 27, just hit play, and then I will show you how to make the brim of your hat, how to make the patch, and how to add the finishing touches. Okay, so now I have completed my hat up to round 27. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin the brim. So for the brim, we are going to, for the first round of the brim, we are going to place 2 double crochet in each stitch around. So go ahead and chain 2, and then in each stitch you are going to place 2 double crochet. All right. Okay, so we have the first round of our brim. We made 2 double crochet in each stitch. Now you're going to go ahead and join with a slip stitch to that first double crochet. We want, for the next round, we want to make sure the brim keeps moving outward. So we're going to alternate between 2 double crochet in a stitch and 1 double crochet in a stitch. So chain 2, and in that first stitch, you're going to place 2 double crochet, and in the next stitch, you'll make 1 double crochet. And then in the next stitch you'll make 2 again and go back to 1 after that. So just go ahead and repeat that pattern all the way around. All right, go ahead and join. All right, so here's how it's looking now. It's looking pretty cute. So for our next round, we are going to do 2 double crochet, and then you'll double crochet once in the next 2 stitches. All right, go ahead and join to the top of that first double crochet. And now we are going to attach our darker brown yarn, and we are going to single crochet around. And this will help give the brim a more finished look. So you just chain 1 and single crochet once in each stitch. You can tighten those. All right, go ahead and join your yarn to that first single crochet, and then you can actually finish off both of those yarns. I'm going to weave this to the back. Okay. Okay, and then just weave your ends in. I'm really happy with how this looks. I think it's adorable. Okay, so now, let me see here. I think I'm going to use orange yarn instead of that red for the patch. But before I do that, I would like to thread some of this darker yarn around the base here and tie it in a little bow in the front. So go ahead and find your join seam, which is this right here. Flip your hat over, the join seam will be in the back. Thread that darker yarn. Oops. Thread it onto your tapestry needle. And then I'm going to do this along this last row here before we started the brim. I'm just going to weave it in and out all the way around. Every 3 stitches. We'll see how that works out. So 1. So this is just decorative, so you're not going to want to pull it too tight because you don't want it to make the brim or you know, the hat any tighter than it will be. 2, 3, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I had way too much yarn, but that's okay. All right, so then you're just going to cut both ends. And then tie them in a bow. And remember, you're not making this tight. This is just decorative. Okay. And you can make that as long or as short as you want. Okay, so now we're going to make the patch. Actually, you might even want to double knot your bow. Okay. All right, so you're going to grab your whatever color yarn you choose to use for your patch. I'm going to go with orange just because it's a pretty fall color. And I'm going to want to make a rectangle about that size, like that. So I'm going to do half double crochets. So go ahead and chain, and let's see here, I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My yarn snagged there. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and you are going to half double crochet in the second chain from the hook and then in each additional or each remaining chain. So you'll end up with, I believe, 9. And you can really make your patch any size, any shape that you want. I'm just going to do a rectangle. And as you can see, I'm still using my eye hook. Just half double crochet in each, okay? All right, when you get to the end, chain 2, turn, and then just half double crochet across in each stitch. Okay, chain 2 again, turn, half double crochet. Okay, and for each new row you're chaining 2. 1, 2, and you got caught there. And half double crocheting across the row. Okay, and then I think I'm going to do one more row here, and then I'll single crochet around the edge. So chain 2, one more row, okay, and then since you're in the corner here, chain 1, and then just single crochet all the way around. That helps to give it a more finished look. Okay, and then chain 1 at the corners. Gives you more yarn to get around the corner so that you don't pull it tight. And when you're done single crocheting around, you're going to want to make sure that you leave plenty of a long yarn tail, because we're going to have to sew our patch onto our hat. Oh, what happened there? chain 1, go around that corner. And then just slip stitch into that first single crochet that you made. Leave yourself a long tail to sew onto your hat. Okay. Need to find, oh, here it is. I'm looking for my tapestry needle. I have more than one, but of course the rest of them are missing right now. All right, I'm going to go ahead now and just sew this patch onto the front of my hat. It doesn't really matter where you position it. I'm going to position it on an angle though, just like that. Make sure you're only going through the top part. Don't go through both sides. So you're using this yarn, the orange, to actually secure the patch to your hat, but we are going to go back over it with brown yarn to make it look like the brown yarn is what's holding the patch in place. And I think it just gives it a cuter look, and you'll see what I mean in a minute when I show you how to do that. right, so now I'm going to pass this yarn through underneath here to the other side, and then I'll tie it off with that other yarn tail. So now I need to pass this piece to the back. And then I'll just tie these off and weave them in, and then that will secure those yarn tails. And I'm just going to weave them into the patch, so they'll end up between the patch and the hat in here. Just like that. And then trim them. And now I'm going to get a piece of my dark brown yarn. And I'm going to use this just to make some big fake stitches around to make it look like this brown yarn is holding the patch in place. Pull that too far. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to weave this piece down to the other one to tie them off together. You don't want to pull it too tight. Now you can't see that from the front, what I just did. Just wove it through in the back. And then again, just like with the other yarn, I'm just going to weave this into that space between the hat and the patch to make these yarn ends disappear. All right, and there you have it, your scarecrow hat. All right, and I think it looks adorable. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love the brim. All right, so if you guys found this tutorial helpful, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. My goal is to post one new tutorial every week while my kids are in school. And don't forget to head over to my blog and subscribe there. And I'm also sending out an email with a new pattern every week, okay? All right, thank you.